Yeah, g'day guys, welcome to the channel. If you're looking at trying to build yourself a nice little folding machine, a sheet metal folding machine, this is going to be the video for you. Let's get into it. So this is a little folding machine that I made, nearly 10 years ago now. Well, I've been asked a couple of times whether I can show sort of like some dimensions and how to use it and things like that. So I've just put together a little bit of footage and hopefully it's helpful for you. Anyway, let's get right into it. So this is it. When you're trying to make any particular folder, I think the crucial parts that you need to do is this edge must be the center of your pin, like your hinge pin, because if it's not, it'll give you too big a gap here when you're trying to like when you pull this up. It's got to be, that corner has to stay in the same spot virtually, so keep that in mind. Like there's nothing special about these bushes, like you can either just get a bit of tube that's the right size and use a bolt. These are actually bolts. Like I made it way before I had my lathe, so they were just long bolts, high tensile bolts, and I just cut them off where the thread stopped. They do have some sort of a lining in them, but I can't remember what it was at the time. And the top piece, why it's got a thread there, because this is only a piece of angle line. If you can sort of see that, it's just a piece of angle line that fits in there, and I think it's only 3mm or something on this one, and it stops the center from, like if you're putting just a short piece in and then you're clamping down on your screws, it's going to want to have a crown on it. So this tries to keep that flat and keeps that piece of angle line from actually bowing. So that's the purpose of that, because you see them on much bigger machines and I always wondered what the heck they were for. So this main piece that swings up, it's like 10 or 12mm thick. It's fairly durable, and so is the actual base plate. It's pretty hard to see. It's about a 10mm, and so are these arms. These are about a 10mm. But the length of it, like I can fit in between there, I can fit nearly a piece of material 500. But if you have a little look under there, that's where the that piece stops, because that bit's sitting on top of this piece. So in reality, I can probably only do a piece that's about 400. So, but I can fit a bigger piece in there that just the fold won't be as crisp all the way to the end. It's that 50mm at the end here that doesn't quite give you as good a fold. Oh look, what's that over there? Where did he come from? See, I told you. It's an awesome bit of footage. If you want one of those cameras, just click the link in the description and they'll sort you out. They'll give you a bit of a discount and you'll be laughing. Anyway, let's get back into the little folder machine. This piece removes. I've just made, these are just a piece of tube with a bit of rod on the top, and there's nothing real special under it, but it's important. So all it does is just clamps your job, so it doesn't do anything else, anything special. I just have a washer there with a bit of grease on it, and this just lifts off. So this is nothing special when I made it. It's just another piece of angle line on that angle, and the only reason it has these corners in it is to fit around this piece that I made, because I made them on an angle. What you could have actually done is had this much wider or this in further, and then it could have been straight. It wouldn't have needed to be on this angle or anything. But that's just the way I made it, because years and years to sort of get to this point. Like I've only finished it probably 2 years ago. So so these springs, they're yet again nothing exciting. I think they're just valve springs off a mower or something. They're just the same. And all it is just a block with a bolt welded onto it. and this piece just sits on it. Nothing special about it. It just the way it lines up, that's all. That's all you got to keep in mind, is as long as it all, like when it comes down, like you'll sort of see, I'll put the screws back in. It comes like right on close, so this edge is virtually on that edge. And it sort of fits in there. And these bits just sort of fit inside it, like there's no real gap there, so that it just has that little bit of a gap under there that you can just see. There's just the piece of angle iron which it just assists it, so you can actually unbolt this piece. I made it so you can unbolt it, mainly if you're doing a 2-directional fold, like, and only being this wide. Like if you want to do one up and then one down, if you got like a 2-part fold and you needed it to fit over this edge, so that's why I made this unboltable. Back in sheet metal shops in the day, you used to need that every now and then, but not real often. So this is just a folder, not a pan brake. A pan brake would be if you made this much bigger and substantial, the top piece, and you had fingers that you could actually remove, and different sizes, like you could have one that was 100 and one that was 200 and one that was 300, and you can fold the edges of, like if you're making a tray, you could fold the edges much easier. Now that's a luxury, I guess, but it's just a basic little folder, and I've just screwed it to the bench. It's nothing special, it's just a heavy duty bench, so that, I guess that's the advantage. This angle iron, I think it's only 50mm. It's nothing special, so just a bit of 50 by 50. The base plate is roughly, I don't know, a bit under 300, 360 to this edge, like. And this piece is about, just a bit over 600, and it all would have just been bits I had. But you've just got to keep in mind that it's got to be heavy steel. You can't do it out of light material other than this, but it should have been much heavier. It should have been like a 6mm or nearly a 10mm piece of angle iron. You can get away with angle iron, like underneath there's nothing, it's just open. So and I just made these so it's easier to undo. Like you can just have plain old nuts on there, but I thought this would be much easier and quicker to do up and undo and things like that. And you just got to keep a bit of, I use never seize or stop seize or whatever it's called, copper based stuff. You don't need the riser block, like I've just put that on a bit of 2B1 block just to give it a bit of height. I didn't really need to, like, I mean there's nothing under there, it's just that plate. So if you have this actual plate just bolted to the bench, you'd be no trouble, no issue at all. So I can't really tell you any more about it other than it works. And what I would like to do is make a press, like a big workshop press, where I can bend heavier material, you know, like up to 10mm or something thick steel, probably only in flat bar or, you know, things like that. But this does sheet metal without any real trouble. So I hope that's been some help if you're thinking about building one for yourself. It wasn't real hard. It was just a little bit of mucking around in the way of getting things square and true and nice edges and things like that, and getting that pivot point. So if you can do all that, anyone will be able to do it. If you've got a little bit of basic skill with a welder, you'll be able to build one. If you want to help out the channel and buy me a coffee, just click on that little link over there or down below in the description. That'd be awesome. And also, if you haven't already, consider subscribing. I do lots of workshop stuff and car stuff and building stuff, and anyway, lots of fabrication. And if you've enjoyed all that, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.